business that is entering into the market that has to understand its competitive environment in which it is going to start its operations. There are five important factors that has to be understood and clearly practiced by the organizations to make sure themselves successful in the market. The first and foremost important factor is understanding competition in the market. There are several important factors that define competition existing in the market. First thing is number of competitors in the market. The count of competitors in the market decides whether the competition in the market is a monopoly or a oligopoly or any other type of market. Based on that, your price, your profit, and your ability to perform in the market will seriously influence your business and your sustainability. Next important thing is diversity of the competitors. Whether the competitors are focusing on a single line of business or multiple line of business also influences your competition in the market. The industry concentration, industry growth, and quality differences also influence the competition inside the market. Brand loyalty, barriers to existing in the market, and switching costs of your competitors also have a serious impact on your business. So, it is important for you to understand what kind of competition is existing inside the market you are going to operate, and it is also important to understand what kind of costing attributes and what kind of switching costs, what kind of qualities that your competitors are offering inside the market, based on which you can decide what kind of quality and what kind of cost you can conclude for your products and services that you are going to offer. Second important factor is that of new entrant. Any business person who is starting the business, they consider like the market is going to be a cupcake kind of thing and we can start our business and we can excel. But it is not really true. We face lot of resistance from the market because of the competitiveness. Say, for example, we want to generate electricity and we want to sell it in the market. But it is not possible because of the monopolistic competition existing in the market. See, whoever generates electricity that has to be sold to the government because government is the actual monopoly that will be selling electricity to the customers. So we can vend our electricity to the government and government only can sell the product. Here, the competitive environment decides the price and for that price, though we are generating electricity from our production house, we have to contribute all the efforts and we should charge according to the government regulations. So this shows the barriers to the entry. Even in the competitive market, say for example, there are larger organizations, we call them economies of scale. They can discount their product price like very low. Say, let us take example of Reliance Jio. So when there are several companies that are operating in the same telecom sector, Jio offered its services for very low so that all other companies struggled and they also started giving products and services for lower cost. This is the impact of economies of scale. When there is a larger company operating in the market, it definitely will have impact on the smaller companies. So if you are starting inside that particular business line, it will be highly difficult for you to get sustained. Brand loyalty, capital requirement, cumulative experience, government policies, access to distribution channels, and switching costs are another important influencing factors that has to be understood thoroughly. Then only we should start entering into that particular market. Say for example, government policies. If government decides certain rules and regulation to your product or service, you will always find it difficult for you to follow that regulations and maintaining that particular policies. If you don't maintain or if you don't operate according to the government policies, it will be definitely creating headache for you in the coming days. So it is very important factor for the businesses that are entering into the market to understand how the competition is there and what kind of impacts, what kind of threats we might come across. Then only we should make a decision to start our business and do our business practices. Being a new company in the market, it is also important for you to understand substitute product that might existing in the market. So alternative products always disturbs your business channel and whatever the advertisement you make, whatever the business strategy you create, if there is an alternative product, it will definitely cause certain damage to your product. Say for example, you want to purchase a bike. When you go to the market, when you go to a particular bike company and if you want to purchase it, they say that the bike cost is of 2 lakh rupees. There will be a company that will be marketing about that car that says that we can sell you four-wheeler at 3 lakh rupees. The total difference will be just 1 lakh rupee, where the person who want to purchase the bike might show interest to purchase the car because of the nearest cost. Here, the car might become a alternative or substitute product to the bike. So this kind of impact will also always there. So you need to understand how substitute market and substitute products work. You invest a lot of money on your product, researching and identifying different solutions and implementing it in the market for the first time. And some other business immediately implements your product and they sell it off as yours. And where you cost lakhs of rupees, they will be selling it for just thousands of rupees. This difference always disturbs your market and your competitor can get your business. So understanding substitute products, what kind of substitute products can influence your business, and making variety of strategies that help you to overcome these situations can always help you to handle it in a better way. So substitute products will have serious impact on your business. If you properly manage it, you can get out of certain problems they can create. So make sure you focus more on substitute products in the market and what kind of strategies you can create to overcome from that. Next important factor is understanding bargaining power of the suppliers. So if you want to manufacture something or if you want to offer certain service to the customer, it is always important that the tools and equipment and raw material that is required for creating your product and providing value proportion to the customer is necessary. So here partners role, the suppliers role play very important impact on your creation of the product. If the bargaining power of the suppliers is high, the raw material cost or the tools or equipments or licenses we purchase that might increase, because of which your product cost might increase. So you need to understand what kind of suppliers you are having before starting your project. So you might think initially that you will be creating a product and offering it for cheaper price, much lesser price, and you will be offering a quality of product at a very low price, but it is not possible if the bargaining power of suppliers is high. Here suppliers might increase their cost based on the number of suppliers that are existing in the market. Say, for example, if only one supplier is there in the market, then his demand will be high and he might cost you more. When we have more number of suppliers in the market, we will be having several alternative suppliers who can supply their products or raw materials to us at a lower price. Because of the competition that is existing between them, they might be charging you less. But if the number of suppliers gets reduced, it will be having a serious impact on increasing cost of raw materials or supplier charges or percentages that take, because of which you might lose your profits, percentage of profits. Another important factor is bargaining power of the buyers. Bargaining power of the buyers also influence the amount of profit you can make, the amount of sales you can generate. So see, for example, if you have a lower demand, there is no customer to buy your purchase. We will be selling it on discounts to ensure that customers get more attracted towards the discount we are offering and they can come and purchase our product. If the customer number is high, if the demand is high, what happens? Our supply will be low and more customers needed our product. So being a new business owner, we can increase our product cost and we can get more profits. So it all depends on customer numbers, whether it is a high number or low number, based on which our pricing strategy varies. You can see that these two things, total number of suppliers and the total number of customers, are inversely proportional. When we having more number of suppliers, it will be impacting reducing cost, and when we have more number of customers, it will be increasing the profits. So we can understand these two things. So another important thing is price sensitivity will differ when the more number of customers are existing in the market. Size of the each customer also influence the price we give. Say for example, if there is a bulk order, the organization, being an organization, we might be giving price for a lower price, products for a lower price. When we are having a small order, we will be offering the product at higher rate. So the size of the order also influences our product price and the margin we are going to get on the product and the kind of profit we are going to make out of the order that we sell. So this is all about Porter 5 forces. I hope you understood. Being a new business starter, you should understand these factors before you enter into the market. Thank you.